So it's quite long for a toast, so settle down, because we're not going to be drinking anytime soon. But bear with me because I waited for this for a long time. Okay? So let's start. I always thought that every big sister is supposed to be every younger sister's idol and role model. When I listen to my friends' stories, I'm surprised to learn that it's not always true. Luckily for me, it is one of the absolute truths of my life. My big sister, my Ate Bam, is my idol and role model. How could she not be? For as long as I could remember, I wanted to be like her. I wanted to wear the same clothes as her, even if it's just a t-shirt. I wanted to read the same books as her. In fact, part of the reason why I love reading and rereading Harry Potter is because I always saw her reading the thick, hardbound versions with her legs dangling over the side of the couch. I wanted to go to the same university as her. To me, there was no other option but UP precisely because my sister went there. I wanted to be good at playing Snake on the Nokia 3315 because Ate was so good at it. We used to have the same jackets, boleros, slippers, because whatever it was that she found cool, I always thought was also the coolest. I loved hanging out with her and finally being big enough to share the same room as her. So right after college, when she decided to work in Singapore, I was devastated. I'm not gonna look here because I'm gonna cry. When she was working abroad, she never stopped caring for us. For me, I used to have very ugly rabbit teeth, and she always promised that her first sweldo was for my braces because she didn't want me to get bullied in school. She used to tell me, "Sige lang, B, pag magkasweldo ako, magpapabraces tayo." And she made good on that promise. Every time she came home, she smelled like Singapore. She smelled like success and a career woman who has seen the world. And the more that I wanted to be just like her. But behind the strong, beautiful, and smart woman that she is a warm, soft-hearted, caring, responsible, generous, and above all else, good daughter and sister who puts family first. Of all the people that I know, I couldn't compare her to anyone. That is not to say that she is without flaws. For one thing, she is extremely biyahilo. We went to Boracay and she vomited in the middle of the sea. A few years ago in Davao, she vomited in the taxi because she could not stand an hour-long drive. She even gets nauseous when she smells body odor. We also used to have bad taste in men. We were attracted to the bad boys. How could we not when we had a crush on Daming C, played by Jerry Yan, growing up? In the normal setup of life, I expected that she would settle down first, get married first, and have kids first, then I would follow. But because of her sacrifice to stay away for as long as she did, 14 long years in Singapore, she gave me the privilege to figure out my life first. Here in the country, surrounded by friends and family. Something she did not get to do. And that is a privilege that I could never repay. I never said it out loud, but as the years passed, I worried whether Ate will ever find a life partner. One time, she told me that she was a strong, independent career woman and that she would be content to just take care of our parents as they grew older. While I believed her, it also broke my heart. Because surely, someone as good and amazing as she is deserves someone to take care of her too. And so I kept praying to God that my sister meets someone who will be good to her, because no one in the world deserves it more than her. I remember the first time she told me about Kuya Arvin. She sent me photos of Kuya Arvin. She sent me photos of Kuya Arvin with stickers covering his face, because she did not want me to stop him. Admittedly, my first thought was, naku, LDR. And I didn't want to get my hopes up just in case. But 1 year passed, we were still together. 2 years, still together. Through COVID and lockdown, still together. When Ate brought Kuya Arvin to Tacloban to meet our family, I knew he was the one. And as a sister, it brought me peace. So Kuya Arvin, know that while you are my Ate's answered prayer, you are also mine. I guess I'm happy that I got married first, because instead of Ate always being the one to give me life and love advice, today I am finally able to give marriage advice in return. I have not been married long, and certainly I have a lot more to learn. But if there's one thing about marriage that I realized, it's that marriage really is a partnership. You make decisions together instead of independently because you know that you can make better decisions as a team. You do household chores without complaints, not because you want to avoid conflict, but as an act of service to your partner. You do what the other person can't, and you do it without contempt. Because that is what partners do. Partners complete each other, partners learn from each other, partners make the other person better, partners support each other no matter the circumstance. And a strong partnership builds a strong foundation for raising a good family. We should know. After all, we have seen our parents do it. It is my fervent hope that we can both build marriages that live up to that kind of example. Ate, you will always be my role model and that will never change for as long as I live. Kuya, thank you for bringing my ate love, peace, and happiness. I wish you both a long, happy, and fruitful message. God bless you and I love you both. Everyone, let us all raise our glasses and toast the happy couple. Cheers!